Don't miss it.
Well, the drama just keeps on. Here we go then. One more match to come in this opening session. The women's doubles in the semi-final. The top seeds Yingsha and Wang Manyu. They are in action next up against the Korean pair Rui-hana and Kim Ne-young. That is to come very shortly indeed. These pairs going for a place in the final.
Republic, Kim Ne-young and Rui-hana. And from China, Republic, Kim Ne-young and Rui-hana. And from China, Yingsha and Wang Manyu.
Big cheers, as you'd expect, for the top seeds here. Yingsha leading the way, her teammate Wang Manyu in pursuit. This is the semi-final, the winner of this one, of course, sealing a place in the final and the chance to fight for the very first European Smash Women's Doubles Trophy. That's how they line up then. Yingsha, Wang Manyu taking on Kim Ne-young and Rui-hana. It's the top seeds against the third seeds. These pairs have met once before. We'll get into that in just a moment's time. But this is a best of 5 away from the best of 7 that we've been seeing in the singles. We are now down to the shorter format. Well, this is how they line up, and these two pairs have met just the once before, and that was in the semi-finals of the US Smash just last month. That one went the way of the top seeds, breezing past the Koreans in straight games. They're two-time world champions. They began playing together in 2019, beaten finalists at the US Smash, losing to Kwai-man and Wang Yi in the final. 3-2, that one went the distance, but they are yet to drop a game here in Malmö.
Please come to toss. Color. Korea red. China black. Black. China. Receive China. Serving.
So the top seeds win the toss, electing to receive first. Well, they're more than just a world-class doubles pair, aren't they, Fraser Riley? They've got an utterly rock-solid foundation that's been built on years of rivalry between them as singles players, rather.
Yeah, well said, Rebecca. I mean, these two shared the table together in the World Singles Final. Two living legends of the game and two players that are still relatively young. So, two long-term concerns, to say the least, for anybody who is an active world-class table tennis player. These two are the players to beat. They're the pair in blue, and they're both right-handed, shake-handed attackers.
And they are yet to drop a game en route to this semi-final, coming past Hanna Matalova and Barbara Baradi, the number 6 seeds in the quarter-final. And then they defeated Yingling Lam and Shanjan Na in straight games as well, which was a great match, despite what looks like a lopsided scoreline. Beaten in the final in Las Vegas at the US Smash. Do you think that is on their minds coming into this one?
I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, they might have been talking a little bit about what went wrong in that final up to this moment, but now they'll only have the win in their minds and how they're going to go about that.
And that's a look then at the route to this semi-final for the Korean pair. They've had a trickier route through to the final four here. Defeated Cheng Yi-ching and Chen Tung-chuan in the quarterfinal in straight games. And before that, they were taken to 5 by Orwan Paranang and Sudasani Sewattabut. So it was tricky for them.
Yeah, the Thailand pair, very, very tricky. But they managed to get through that as well. Obviously, these are two very, very young Korean players. Hana Ryu was paired with Shin Yu-bin, and they did quite well together at the World Championships. Kim Na-young is probably the second strongest player for Korea at the moment, hot on the tail of Yu-bin, who, as we know, is dropping down the world rankings in singles. Could be about to see a changing of the guard, really.
We could indeed. And this Korean pair, well, they've been playing together for 3 years now, since the start of 2022. Feeder event in Doha, that was their debut as a partnership, and they've really come into their own in 2025, haven't they? Beaten finalists at the Star Contender in Foster Guasu just a few weeks ago, losing to Miwa Harimoto and Satsuki Odo in the final there. Won the Contender in Lagos together earlier this year, and won the Contender event in Taiwan, beating Chen Yi and Zhu Yi on their home turf. So there you go, they could be a threat, the Korean pair. Fan vote, though, firmly in favour of the top seeds. Almost ready to get underway here.
First game, route to serve, 0-0.
Now, how will the top seeds look to exert their dominance early on in this?
They'll just be aggressive. They'll try and get on their front foot straight away. They'll be thinking about, well, they'll be playing one shot with the next shot in mind. They're going to try and swarm these two Koreans. It's going to be important that they play the parallels well, because they're up against a lefty-righty partnership.
But they know, don't they, the Chinese, just exactly where the other is going, because they know each other so well. They've got that almost telepathic thing going on between them.
100%. You can see how Wang Manyu repositions herself centrally at the table. How did Sun Yingsha get it out the crossover? I do not know. But Marlin is on his feet.
He's been on his feet quite a bit today, hasn't he?
He has.
1-4.
Sun Yingsha, of course, in action in the very first of the matches today, defeating Mima Ito.
And this is going to be a very different match for Wang Manyu to what it is going to be later against Honoka Hashimoto.
Well, that's going to be a fascinating one to watch, won't it? It'll be a real fitness test, if nothing else, for Wang Manyu.
Yeah, I think that could end up being one of the best matches, if not the best match of the day. Not to discount what we've already seen and what we might see here.
5-2.
As neutrals, we always want to see it go the distance, but you'd be very surprised to see that happen here. Oh, nice.
Well, they've got such fluid transitions, don't they, the top seeds? You can switch roles seamlessly between attacker and stabilizer.
Yeah, that's well said. You know, you could see players like Sun Yingsha and Wang Manyu hit the ball harder than what they actually do, but that would cost them time to recover. Everything is so well calculated.
3-6.
Match management.
And a gauging of the percentages, knowing exactly what is enough, and not doing anything less or anything more than that.
She's such a strong player, isn't she? The tallest player at the table, and she's able to generate an awful lot of power. As of course, is Sun Yingsha. As you saw in evidence there, with an amazing backhand down the diagonal. Well, the other finalists have been confirmed. Miwa Harimoto and Satsuki Oda, the second seeds, await the winner of this one.
Oh, clever shot there from Sun Yingsha, kind of scooping the ball from beneath the height of the table with the backhand. Slower, spinnier, shallower. Changing the rhythm on the back foot. That was an improvised shot, but so classy. Yeah, I can't wait to see who ends up taking on Haramoto and Odo, a pair that are unbeaten since their debut. What a shot. She ducks under the ball, Wang Manyu. You're kidding me!
That was absolutely incredible. What a way to bring up 7-game points.
The fans getting every penny's worth of their tickets here. That was unbelievable. Wang Manyu ducked under the ball. Outstretched.
That was my favourite part of the rally, was Wang Manyu ducking, and she just looked as though she had so much time to make that decision. It was taken so casually.
Sometimes you think you're living in a simulation when you watch points like that.
Yeah, that was an absolutely brilliant way to round out game number 1, and the Korean pair look like they can see the funny side of it as well. There's no competing with Sun Yingsha and Wang Manyu when they're playing like that.
Not at all.
先把我拿来，后来再来分析是吧？啊，主要先把那主手先。
Players back up at the table and ahead of game number 2, and game number 1 really set the tone in terms of entertainment, didn't it? Now, how can the Korean pair try and establish themselves, Fraser? At the minute, it seems like an impossible task.
Hence, it's almost an impossible question to answer. You just asked $1 million question. But that right there was worth its weight in gold. What a forehand zipper from Hana Ryu. Shell-shocking Sun and Wang. Oh, they're coming with a bit more power here, the Koreans. Beautiful backhand from Kim Na-young.
Bash, please.
Well, across
2-1.
their last 5 matches, the Koreans have got an 80% win rate. Very low serve success on this one, though. And that is an area that they need to pick up on.
You're looking at the number 4 ranked pair in the world on 2,690 points. They're just behind Wang and Sun, Wang Yidi and Sun Yingsha on the rankings. I don't actually think there's a limit as to how many people you can play with and how many spaces you can occupy on the world rankings.
Well, Wang Manyu's occupying 2 out of the top 3 in terms of doubles.
Yeah, because of course world number 1 with Kwai Man. They're the world champions together.
2-4.
So I mean, they've got the luxury of being able to mix and match and experiment. The Koreans have good depth within their national team as well, but no one compares to China.
Three, 4.
put away by Wang Manyu.
5-3.
Exhilarating table tennis. Again, look how Wang Manyu positions herself. Plants the feet so early.
She's got this great ability, doesn't she, Wang Manyu, to reset in a rally.
Which is especially impressive as she is someone who has longer levers than a more compact player like Sun Yingsha. But of course, she's had to work on that element of her game to protect her crossover section. And to become more of a forehand-orientated player in the last couple of seasons.
4-6.
Despite being a former world champion in women's singles, Wang Manyu has yet to be selected in singles for an Olympics. So she really wants to try and pull her socks up in the next few years. That's saying something because she is one of the best in history.
I know, it's incredible that you're saying the world number 2 needs to pull their socks up.
I know, but that's how difficult it is to represent Team China.
So she's been very good in the last couple of points here. Wang Manyu.
So a few of the youth players there, as well as Cho Yika, Sun Yingsha's personal coach.
Seven, 5.
Good protective play from the Koreans. They were mid-distance and they got a sense that Sun and Wang were comfortable. And seeing that Wang Manyu was ready to counter a power ball, they slowed it down with something spinnier. Good shot selection. Chinese 2 ahead.
Make that 3.
8-5.
Shake of the head there for Kim Na-young. Sun Yingsha looking on there with gritted teeth. Knows that she should have dealt with this one a bit better.
Oh, it was a tough ball there, though. Trying to take on a chop from below the table height. Not everyone can do it like Gozi.
7-8.
Bit of a chance here now for the number 3 seeds.
Yeah, good pressure here. Hannah Ryu moving very, very dynamically on that pivot. Oh, but that's just too good.
9-7.
Chen Chen Yi, Chen Chen Tong, Wang Yidi, He Zhuojia. And that's Zhu Xibing as well, one of the young choppers.
Ten-7.
3 game points then for the top seeds. Wang Manyu there with another strong finishing shot. And into the net, it's the second
11-7.
game. Going the way of the top seeds here. Looking all around a very complete pair.
Yeah, we're learning nothing new about these two. But I tell you what, Kim and Hannah are playing some good table tennis. That second game, twice as good as the first. Well, there's Yu Haramoto, father of Tomokazu and Miwa. They're watching because of the next match that will be here in the Renaissance Arena. Of course, Miwa featuring with Satsuki Odo in the women's doubles final.
Third game. Ru to serve.
So doing a bit of
0-0.
homework in that case. Ruhana to get us back underway in what will be a crucial game 3 for the Korean pair, if they're to have any
0-1.
chance of making their way through to the final. The wall signs point to that being an impossible task. Well, that's a punishing backhand, isn't it?
2-0.
That punch from Yingsha.
And that wouldn't have been possible without the down the line probing shot of Wang Manyu. Oh, that's gorgeous.
3-0.
What a shot from Wang Manyu. That table awareness, immense.
It didn't look like it was anything special, but then you see it in slow motion. It just looks like an absolutely world-class shot.
Yeah, to play something slowly as a winner takes something special.
그러니까 어떤 볼이라도 포기하지 말고 받아줄 수 있는 거 많이 받아줘. 지금 상당한 서비스 같은 거 너클 그냥 대놓고 너클 좀 많이 넣고 길게도 좀 섞어. 길게 좀 섞어주고. 나영이도 서비스 지금 이것도 같이 섞어주면서 어택을 할 거면 백사이드에다가 그냥 하지 말고 자신 있는 것만 백사이드에다가 보이는 건 미들에다가. 상대가 이제 이게 잡았을 때 나영이한테 백사이드로 확률이 높겠지. 한쪽이나 이렇게 너무 그냥 크로스로만 좀 안 가기 어렵더라도 이게 어쩔 수 없어. 어렵더라도 우리가 좀 프리하게 토스나 이런 선택들을 좀 한 번씩 해야 돼. 중간중간에 알겠지? 하나씩 해보자. 하나씩 해보자.
Well, it's an early timeout for the Korean pair in game number 3. It is now or never for them.
3-0.
I don't know what your Korean's like, Fraser, but what would you have taken from that timeout? Well, they left themselves vulnerable there, didn't they, the Koreans?
Well, to answer your first question, my Korean is useless. And to answer your second question, I imagine that the advice, well, the words from the coach will have been more motivational than tactical. At this moment in time, you don't want to be nailing tactics into your players when they're struggling already, well, by such a landslide. They're two young players who have to treat this match like a learning curve.
Well, to reach 2 smashes
4-2.
and come up against this pair in the semi-finals on both occasions. Is it unfortunate?
I mean, you're bound to play an unbelievable pairing at this stage of a smash, whether it be Wang Manyu, Yingsha, whether it be Odo Haramoto. It does take a big squeeze to get from the semis to the final.
4-3.
That's a great counter from Hana Ryu. I've been especially impressed with her. I haven't really seen her showcased in an Infinity Arena, or in this case in a Renaissance Arena before.
3-5.
We've seen plenty of Koreans in action at this table, but she hasn't been one of them. Of
4-5.
course, we've got another Korean pair in Jung-hoon and Shin Yu-bin in the mixed doubles final. That's happening later today.
Yeah, the first of our 5 finals at this smash.
Five all.
Well, it's 5-all after that timeout. They haven't done anything flashy to get there, have they, the Koreans?
And I've seen a couple of amazing shots here, especially from Hana Ryu with the forehand. I think, generally speaking, a great tactic against 2 righties or 2 lefties is to play it to the same place twice in a row with a lot of power, if you can.
5-7.
Well, the top seeds back in front, and they stretch their lead once again.
Kim trying to do what Yingsha did in the point before. A heaving topspin off the backhand. Couldn't quite replicate it.
Many have tried.
Shot block.
5-8.
Not seeing those.
Yeah.
But they still lost a point.
Are they just going to try and play with a bit of freedom, do you think? Just go for broke?
Why not?
9-5.
Wang and Sun tightening their grip on this semi-final.
9-6.
And it goes long, full match points. Oh, Wang Manyu, way too much power on that one.
Yeah, she went for a showpiece finish.
Trying to get that one finished off with a bit of power, too much on it.
Yeah, she was too late to the ball. Oh my goodness! That is a simply incredible shot block from Hana Ryu. She just played the best shot of the match. Match point down. Oh, that is emphatic.
She left Sun Yingsha scrambling.
Honestly, that's amazing. I don't think I've seen a shot block that good all events.
Well, despite some spirited resilience from the Korean pair, it's Wang Manyu and Sun Yingsha who make their way through to the final in straight games. Yet another emphatic, impressive victory from this remarkable pair.
Congratulations to
11-3, 11-7, 11-8, making light work of the third seeds, Kim Na-young and Rui Hana. Congratulations
3-0
to our finalists, and they'll meet Miwa Harimoto and Satsuki Odo, the second seeds, in the final. The chance to fight for the very first women's doubles European Smash title. Sun Yingsha, a rare smile on her face. Here we go then. This is a look at the women's doubles draw. Wang Manyu, Sun Yingsha safely through to the final, where Satsuki Odo and Miwa Harimoto of Japan await. Cannot wait for that one. So here's how the day has panned out. Sun Yingsha got us underway with a 4-1 win over Mima Ito of Japan. Simon Gozi, well, that was an absolutely incredible blockbuster, powering past Darko Jorgic 4-3. Chen Yi then defeated Sabine Winter of Germany 4-1 in the quarter-final, before Benedict Duda had a straight games win over Ugo Calderano to seal his place in the final four. Well, that's it for this opening session on day 6 of the Europe Smash. It's been a pleasure having your company from wherever you have joined us in the world, but we are back at 6 o'clock local time for much more. 5 more matches to come later on, and we'll see you then.